Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Thanks for being with us here on Northern Life. So I got to go to the doctor this morning, do the annual checkup type thing. I don't know why it causes me so much anxiety when you're doing like the high blood pressure test. Like you got to feel like you got to stay still. And then they tell you your numbers and you're like, I honestly don't know if that's good. So I appreciate when the nurse says, that is a good number. Yes.
I'm glad that you said that because I felt the same during the pregnancy checkups. They do your blood pressure every time and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And so I'm glad you also know what that is.
But I also, I got a wart frozen off thanks to my doctor.
No way.
Yeah, so I've had this wart for a very long time, just never got around to it. And then finally they used the big old, I almost said Froyo. That's not the Froyo thing. The freezer thing device.
Did they press it on it and just like...
It didn't freeze it. They didn't have to freeze it on. He kind of sprayed it from afar and it just turned completely white and did that a couple times. So we'll see what it looks like.
How did it...
He scrapes off the top skin with a scalpel and then gets to the bottom, the real roots that are causing the problem. And then he sprays that a couple of times. So I got to check in about 2 weeks if it's doing well. If it's not, I will go back to said doctor.
Did it feel okay?
Yeah. I feel a little bit, but
like cold?
Yeah.
Or freezing?
A little burn. Almost like a little burn though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so cold that it burns.
Oh, sure, like dry ice. Isn't that a thing?
Right.
Yeah.
And you get burned by dry ice.
So make sure you go to your doctor. Get your annual checkups out there, folks.
That's gnarly.
From Hunter's toe, Giant's wart.
Take care of everything.
Yes.
I'm sure I've got my own share of things I could talk about. I will save that for another day.
Well, we can talk about this because I realized that we forgot to talk about your town. We forgot about our show doing your town back on Friday in Grand Rapids. How was that?
Happy to talk about that one. Oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, it ended up being weather-wise just the perfect day, and they were getting ready for Tall Timber Days. So just a blast. They were setting up the big pole climbing logs where the lumberjacks were racing up, and they did that Saturday and Sunday. So we watched it all get prepared to be happening, I guess you could say.
Totally.
So much fun. We talked to a lot of community leaders. The mayor joined us, the Itasca County Historical Society director, and so many more folks. So we just learned a lot about Tall Timber Days and its roots in the Grand Rapids community, and just why Grand Rapids is growing so much right now. I interviewed a guy who owns the Pines Restaurant, which is a new fine dining restaurant in Grand Rapids. And he says he's just seen a ton of 20 to 40-year-olds moving back to town because there's so much to do in Grand Rapids, especially outside. And now that people can work remote a lot of times, why not? Change it up, move away from the metro. So yeah, it was super fun and perfect weather. So we have one more Your Town coming up too, which is great. We're going to be heading to the North Shore.
Hey.
Yeah, from
the
one Grand, the Grand Marais sort of area. So working on story ideas for that now. If you guys have any at home, please let us know.
Send them our way.
A lot of times there's people that gather and watch the show. Was there anybody was there a ton of people watching the show as well?
Not as many this time, but we did have some people who were over by the setup that was happening, and they were stopping to wave and hi. We had a really sweet family with a young boy, and they were from the Nashwauk area who came by. They were really hoping to see you both. Actually,
I saw
you guys had prior commitments.
I saw a text on the text line, so apologies for not being there. I had to go to a birthday party.
I was on the morning shift. Otherwise,
we explained, and he was still very excited to see the setup and everything. Cool. And they were watching on the live stream and watching us do it in person too. So yeah, super fun. And thank you so much for coming out.
Very cute.
Yes, always cool to see behind the scenes there. Here's what's coming up today on Northern Life. A mechanic makes a surprising discovery. A lifeguard dog pulls another swimmer to safety. And Rachel Hackbarth adds jewels to your hair for today's Does It Work product, the Blinger. We're going to look at it and see if we like it or not.
Hunter will be the judge.
Maybe I'll fling my toes, maybe.
I think it was on Shark Tank too, by the way.
Oh, really?
Today. Yeah. I'm not sure how it did, but I think it was.
That's a good show. I love Shark Tank. Before that interesting product, though, there's another one that we thought was a joke. August is National Breastfeeding Awareness Month. So a baby product company, Frida, is teaming up with ice cream maker Oddfellows to create breast milk ice cream. It is not actually made with real breast milk, just to get that out there. However, the makers say it tastes like it. The unique flavor is available for a limited time online. Our director, Shania, says, why would you know that? Yeah, that is a good question.
How did you get that information?
I don't know if that's, what I would want to buy for an ice cream flavor on the shelves. If I saw that, I think I'd be like,
Yeah.
That's weird. I think I would be even, in fact, too embarrassed to go to the checkout. I'd have to go to a self-checkout with said ice cream because I would just be like,
It asks for
weird.
age verification at the
Yes.
checkout, so you're going to give them your license
Edge
anyway.
her over because
Oh,
of a
man.
loudspeaker.
Yeah, just a price check on breast milk ice cream. Oh God, I wouldn't be able to
That would
move
be tough.
forward. Yeah.
Aren't you curious at all about how it tastes? Maybe a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. It's been so long, you know. Still had it.
Well, that was just funny because I was looking up what I should put in the lower third there, putting the show together, and somebody online for a news article titled said, "Just like Mom used to make."
That's awesome. Oh my God.
Yeah, one of those stories that kind of just leaves you speechless.
Yeah.
You just go, I don't
That
even
is
know if we
one.
need to talk about
A
that
lot of
anymore.
thoughts. Yep.
How about the next story?
Yeah.
How about a product we all know? I was actually on the golf course the other day. I was hanging out with my friend Mac, and we were talking about drinking fountains. And it came up that people in Wisconsin call drinking fountains bubblers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I kind of knew was a thing, but I had to look up why that is. So its origins may be tied by the Kohler Company, one of Wisconsin's most famous brands, a manufacturer of faucets, along with other water-related products. So the company in 1914 actually promoted a water fountain being fitted with a, quote, continuous flow bubbler. All of that info coming to me thanks to UW-Madison.
I'll be honest, like the word bubbler sounds more appetizing to me. I'd want to drink
Yeah.
from a bubbler versus a water fountain, I think, any day.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a Wisconsin thing, though. I thought it was like an England thing, English thing for some reason. I don't know why, but
Interesting. Yeah. I like the name bubbler. I might have to adopt it because I just said drinking fountain, and that's
yeah.
so boring.
It's so boring. That's so lame.
Mary and I drink sparkling water nonstop in the can, but I don't think it has the same effect as water because I'm still dehydrated at the end of the day, even if I have like 8 of them. So
Sure.
I'll have to look into that scientific research. I should have asked my doctor. Okay, coming up after the break, an amazing discovery inside of a Ford. We'll see you in a bit. Let's get to a really awesome story out of Wisconsin. A 6-year-old girl with autism escaped serious injury after a man risked his own life to save her when she ran into a busy street. That man also believed to be homeless. This happened in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The girl's family calling that man a hero, obviously. And the mom learned his name is Weldon, and he is working through homelessness, now getting help from the new community shelter in town. While the family had a scare, fortunately everyone is doing okay now.
Wow, what a guy.
Yeah, what a scary situation. Thankfully, he was in the right place at the right time and able to help out.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Great rescue.
Here in Minnesota, a mechanic shop owner recently discovered a wallet under the hood of a Ford SUV, which was lost 11 years ago. Boyd Hubert has the story.
As the owner of an auto repair shop,
Replacing an HVAC motor,
there can't be much Chad Volk hasn't seen,
you never see everything.
as Chad just learned again.
2015 Ford Edge.
Chad was replacing the cooling fan on this 11-year-old Ford. Pulled out this air box and learned the Ford hid a secret.
So my guess it was sitting up in here somewhere, just sitting there for the right move. That little hole right here. That's where the wallet was sitting on top of that hole.
A wallet that puzzled the veteran mechanic,
I just sit down and go through this wallet.
who then pulled from inside the work ID of a Ford Motor Company employee. Chad went on Facebook.
Is this your wallet? First thing I said was, did you find it in a car? He's like, yes, I did.
Richard Guildford built Fords in Michigan.
I never wore sweatpants to work, but I did that day. And I had my wallet in my shirt pocket.
As he leaned over this car 11 years ago, the wallet popped out.
I checked and I'm like, Smitty, I lost my wallet. So we all went out and tried to look. You know, there was 2,000 cars out there and we couldn't find it.
So the wallet traveled in the Edge to a dealership in Arizona, then to Lake Crystal, Minnesota, and 150,000 miles later to the repair shop of an honest mechanic
That's the way I was raised.
who walked the wallet 3 doors down to the post office.
There's nothing wrong with the money at all.
Every dollar present.
It's well-traveled currency.
Lottery tickets
There's all the Cabela's cards.
and the $250 in gift cards Richard had planned to use to buy Christmas gifts for his kids.
How's it going, Richard?
How you doing?
Not too bad, and you?
Chad and Richard talking face to face for the first time.
I would have never figured in a million years that it would still be there.
I'm gonna have to start digging through cars more often, I guess, in the engine bays, see if I can find some stuff.
2 car guys, uniquely bonded
And I really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
by a wallet and a story with an edge.
The right guy found it, absolutely.
That is wild.
Yeah, what a great story. I thought for a second, I'm like, why didn't he just look down and see the wallet down there? But then he said, well, yeah, there's 2,000 other cars, so
Yeah.
it's pretty
Right.
impossible to figure out which car your wallet's actually in.
Especially when all those
gosh.
parts get put on top of it. Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah, and for it to stay in that spot, you know,
Right.
for all of that time, I can't
Yes.
believe it didn't like fall out somehow. I don't know much about
burn
cars,
up
but
or
yeah,
something.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
that could have been a
Start a
fire.
fire.
Unfortunately, Cabela's, I believe, still in business. So,
Yes.
you know,
Right.
that money's still good. Yeah.
Could you transfer that to a Bass Pro Shop? That's the real question.
Oh.
Could come up here, and I don't know.
There
Who
you
knows?
go.
Love to
Yeah.
see.
What an amazing story. Boyd's always telling the best
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah. Oh, he's such a talented man. It's the time of the year, of course, where you begin to see sweet corn stands popping up around Minnesota. But there's one stand that is extra special for a young boy.
He nearly lost his right eye, sadly, due to a farm accident last year. But John Lordson shows us how he overcame those odds.
You just go like this.
Lucas Giese and his siblings know how to bring attention to their sweet corn stand.
It looks nice, full here.
It's the time of year when they set up shop on Highway 212 in Sacred Heart, hoping to make some spending money.
We put 13 in a bag, and if people want a half dozen, we'll put 6 in.
But customers or no customers, Lucas is just happy to be here. A year ago, he was building a wagon on his farm when the unthinkable happened.
There was this door in the back that had a screw in it, and it had a string on it. And I pulled on the string, and the screw came out, and it turned around and went in my eye.
He pulled it out himself. It went basically all the way through his eye.
Lucas's dad, Chris, says doctors performed an 8-hour emergency surgery, trying not just to save his eye, but save his life.
Initially, if he would have got an infection, it could have potentially killed him.
After surgery, recovery took months. For a while, it was several trips a week to the Twin Cities to see eye doctors. But over time, Lucas's eyesight began to improve.
It just kind of progressed, and the good Lord was looking over us, and everything just kind of worked the way it's supposed to.
Doctors have told Lucas and his family that the vision in his right eye will eventually get worse, but he won't lose his sight completely. And those problems are far down the road.
It's fun, but it's boring just sitting here all day.
Still, it's nice to be back among the sweet corn and the semi.
The doctors, last time we were down there, he basically called it a miracle. He says, I don't know how he can see the way he can with this.
Jeez.
Crazy. That reminds me of the young boy who had the arrow go through his head.
Yeah.
We shared that story here on Northern Life too.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Lucky, lucky little boy.
Yep.
And also, on a different note, the corn stands this year have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Poppin'. Yeah.
Very tasty.
We'll have this week's Does It Work when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. In Wisconsin, residents in Sun Prairie recently came together to swap vintage Pyrex kitchenware. More than 40 vendors from all around the Midwest showed off their rare and collectible dishes. Hundreds of people stopped by the swap, and the sign-up list to be one of this year's 40 vendors filled up within just a couple of days. So people anxious to trade their
Yeah.
Pyrex. And some of it, you know, as you can see there, very, you know, historic,
Yeah, sure.
nostalgic for a
Well
lot of
made,
people.
too,
Well
by the
made.
way.
This is
And look at
actually.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. The chicken thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? It's actually collectible. People, is it worth something?
Oh,
Like some of
yeah.
the older stuff.
The vintage Pyrex
Must
is worth
be.
a lot.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Because obviously it stays around forever, and you know,
True.
the condition stays pretty good too.
Yeah.
Maybe I should ditch the Ziploc bags and start investing in
Yeah,
Pyrex.
that might be good.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like China, you know, that people
Yeah.
used to buy as like kind of a family heirloom. Maybe now it's
Oh.
Pyrex.
That could be interesting.
Hand it down to Wells.
Yeah.
Buy some and hand it down.
There you go.
Go, buddy.
Yeah.
Store your food in this.
It's a plastic bag Uncle Hunter gave me.
Merry
You're
Christmas,
welcome.
Leah. Sail high with this thing. Anyway, have you ever wanted to put gems in your hair?
Yes.
There's a styling tool, of course, that can apply the jewels without any heat.
All right, Rachel Hackbarth tests out the blinger for this week's Does It Work?
Could this compact and crystal set allow you to bedazzle your hair? These Blinger starter kits are being sold at a wide range of prices online. We got ours for $49 off of Amazon. Erin Casey is going to try and add some sparkle to her strands.
It looks like it might be complicated to put on, but we'll see.
Do you ever like to add just a little bit of extra rhinestones and stuff when you're going out? Me too.
Yeah.
These instructions tell us to put one of the crystal discs inside of our tool, place it on our hair, and press down, adding sparkle to our scalp easily and very fast.
You can start blinging your hair within 60 seconds of opening this box.
Okay, I'm going to start my timer. I mean, obviously you don't have to do it in 60 seconds, but I would be curious to see how long it takes us to do.
Let's rip this open.
All right, I'm going to start it now, just to see.
Oh my gosh, how do I, oh, there's a thing here. So I gotta take this off here. And I guess I leave that on. And I'm gonna put this in here.
That 60-second mark is long gone for us.
By pushing on the lip while there went a rhinestone.
Okay, and then, is it there? Look for 60 seconds?
Oh, you don't have to hold it for 6. I think you just clamp down on it.
Oh.
Let's read these instructions again. To load the crystals, first open the loading area.
Revisiting those instructions and watching a quick tutorial proves to be helpful.
Do I have a rhinestone on my head?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so you don't put your hair in between.
Yeah. Ooh, pretty.
Took us more than 8 minutes to do this. As for the claim these stones stay put, it's a mixed bag.
Because it comes out real easily.
While the Blinger isn't a complete success, Erin still thinks it's fun.
I think it's pretty easy to use once you know how to use it.
For Does It Work, I'm Rachel Hackbarth.
Just looks like Rachel's in dire need of some Head and Shoulders shampoo. A lot of dandruff. There's like dandruff.
Oh,
to
you
me.
mean they look
Oh,
like
yeah, the bling.
I thought you saw something we didn't see.
No, her hair's fine.
Yeah.
But she put the bling in it. It looks like dandruff a little
Yeah.
bit.
Sure.
Yeah, I wonder how long it stays. You're like, if you were, maybe I could see that being used to go to a concert. And maybe if you're like jumping around, dancing at the concert, would it fall out?
Sweating.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Would the sun reflect off of it and go into somebody else's eye?
Airplanes, perhaps? That's illegal.
Oh,
You can't be doing that.
Can't go through the scanner with those.
We'll see after the break. All right, we have 2 great stories before we go today. Yeah, 2 of them. A Michigan police officer sprang into action when he saw a woman struggling to cut her grass. Officer Jonathan Cox saw Dory Oliver pushing a lawnmower with one hand and then balancing on her walker on the other hand. So when that officer saw her trying to mow the lawn herself, he told her to stop and that he'd help her out. So Officer Cox says he plans to help Miss Oliver again with her yard too. What a nice individual there too, because I can't imagine how hard that would be. It's hard enough to mow your lawn, let alone be, using a walker too.
Yes.
So, well, good for her for trying and good for the officer for helping.
And it sounds like it was after his 12-hour shift as well.
Oh,
so,
my.
Whoa.
Yeah, really good on Officer Cox. And before we go today, also in Pennsylvania, Kelby, a 2.5-year-old Newfoundland, has been training to save lives since she was 12 weeks old. Kelby is a lifeguard at a state park out there, and she made her 4th rescue on Sunday, helping to save a man's life. Park officials say the man was in distress in the water, and when Kelby responded, she helped him get safely aboard their boat.
And
Look like goggles.
Yeah, Kelby looked cool doing it.
I learned that Kelby doesn't use the doggy paddle. She uses a normal, almost human-like stroke.
Breaststroke.
I don't even know how you train a dog to do that.
That's crazy.
Good on you, Kelby. Thanks for joining us today. We love you.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.